Let's see, it seems to be working. Okay, good. So hi everyone, welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. It's been pretty hectic. Been kind of telling you guys, go to Facebook to watch me, go now to Twitch to watch me, but I think we'll go with Twitch for now, and the recording quality should be better as well, so I can put it up on YouTube later. So today I'm going to color the Women's Day illustration, and here I have Niels's mom. So I'm gonna try and find a illustration with her to get the skin and hair color, because I don't remember it by heart. Actually, first I'm gonna do the hair color, because it's the darkest shade. So generally when I do a base color, I go with the darkest shade I have. That kind of helps with any color bleeding when I use the bucket tool. Make it look like she has pantyhose. I think they're called in English. I'm using the bracket key to increase or decrease the size of the brush. It's a pretty standard keyboard shortcut. You should have it in other programs as well. And I think she had brown eyes, like Niels. Hi there. First, hope you can all hear me well. Oh, Ada, hi there. I didn't see you, sorry. Gotta move this here. Can you hear me okay? Yep, awesome. Oh, that's so weird in Picarto. Every time I say some hi to someone that's in the chat, they like disappear. It is so weird. Like, Picarto is the weirdest platform I've ever streamed on. And the color, I can change it from here. Here we go, and I use the bucket tool like this, and it changes. But I think for now I'll leave it black, and I'll change it in Photoshop later if I decide to. So now I'm gonna turn off these layers so I can see in the background the color. I don't know why. Like every platform has certain type of people using it. Twitch is for gamers, Picarto is for artists. A lot of them do ages 18 plus content. So this is Clip Studio Paint. It's that program I was telling you about for making comic books. And that's about it, coloring using it. I do want to add some extra horns on the dragon. So I'm gonna look for some references online. Chinese dragon horns. So they don't have that many. I mean, I mostly see in more modern renditions. You see, like it has like splits into two. This one has more. That's a scaly reindeer. Okay. So this is Niels' mom, and she has like this ancient mystical creature on her building. Her family kind of has guardian ownership responsibilities for it. It's been on Earth for longer than humans have modern civilization. So they kind of found it and took advantage of its powers because it was locked up on Earth by one of its own. So it's not just some monster, it's a sentient creature. How old is Niels' mom? Let me look in my notebook because I kind of wrote it down. So she was 26 when she had Niels, and Niels is 11 now, so she's like 37 in this illustration. So she's getting close to 40. Yeah, I kind of had to write everything down because I'm working on other stories as well, and I just can't remember everything I thought of. Did you see the family tree illustration on the Tapastic? I kind of wrote everything down there for myself, and I thought, I publish it, so maybe other people are interested that follow my story. Yeah, I think if I add anything else, I'll add it later. So now I save as a Photoshop document. And now I can close this program because I don't think I'll be needing it anymore. And open up Photoshop. Yep, so I just close it here. Reset the brush tool, and now I can erase the extra lines. Is it in the Niels story? Yes, this is Niels's mom. Oh yeah, it should be in between chapters. Let me look it up for you. Tapas. Here we go. So you can see here Niels's family tree. You're welcome. She's not gonna appear in book 1, so we're still working on book 1. It's 2/3 done, so by the end of the year it should be done. I'm trying to keep her kind of mysterious and scary. And now I gotta add the trees. So I'm gonna choose the fill color. Maybe 1. 1 is too thin. 1.5. Yeah, the family tree is neat. Plus, I keep showing them in. Get the link before you find it on the stream. Yeah, so I kept showing different relatives during the live streams. Sorry, during the illustration. So I thought, I should make a family tree because people keep seeing characters they don't know who they are. So I thought it might be a bit confusing. I'm gonna go for a brush that does leaves, and this one has always been kind of a sure bet. And I want to do a very symmetrical garden up here. I think I went too light. The contrast is too high. Yeah, there are just so many brushes for Photoshop. There are a lot of brushes for Clip Studio Paint as well, but a lot of them are in Japanese, the name. So it's kind of hard to find stuff. And I press Ctrl J to multiply it a lot because that brush does have transparency, and I don't want to have any of that because I want a clean line when I put the line on it. And you can see it's pretty jagged here, so I'm gonna have to at some point maybe clean it up a bit. Although I have a really high resolution on the page, so I might not really have to do that. And if I want the tool to be back to normal, I click reset tool and then I get the hardness back. And if you want to draw a really straight line, you can press the shift key and you can see it's a very straight line. But I don't really want that. I want a more wavy line. Oops, press the wrong key. There we go. So I'm gonna do it by hand. And this is not pure black. Here we go. And I don't know why it doesn't have pressure sensitivity. Must be another update. Every time Windows updates, like something stops working. It's so weird to draw without pen pressure. But I can't really go looking for a driver now during the live stream, so I'm gonna struggle with it how it is right now and try again later offline to find out what's going on. And since now I don't have line detection. Oh wow, this is going really slow. What's going on? Photoshop. If I knew you were gonna be like this, I would have done it in Clip Studio Paint. Let's see, am I still live? Yep, I seem to be. I check every now and then. Okay, and I'm gonna add a stroke for now. And I'm gonna turn this into a smart object. Lollipop tree. And oh, I forgot a layer. Now I'm converting it. Now the characters are gonna come over this one, so I don't think it's such a tragedy that I copy pasted the same tree. You can change the color of the layer, so this one I'm gonna make it green of the folder, sorry, and of the layer. You can do them both. And now I want some pine trees, and I saw this really neat futuristic looking garden a while back. I wasn't able to find the video again, but I kind of remember how it looked like. So I'm gonna try and redo that. And I'm gonna turn this off because they look too similar and I'm having a hard time seeing. Oh wow, it's not working very well. The Photoshop, you do this. Okay, we'll turn these off. See if that, yep, now it's working. And I'm using the warp tool to kind of make it more straight. And I'm gonna convert this to a smart object again, and I'll add the shading and other things later, and then that will translate to everything else because it is a smart object. So here I have the same object, and if I go in the back and edit something on that one, it will translate to all the others. And now I want some really big shiny spheres. And I'm gonna turn the line art off for these. I don't want any. And the fill color, I'm gonna do these a pearl color, but I'm gonna do it later on. Wanna change the sky. because they're in the sky. So instead of gray, it's gonna be blue. And I'm gonna add a mask on it. And now I'm gonna take bits of it off of it. And the line art doesn't look great, so I'm gonna have to at some point trim that. Although if you go back far enough, you shouldn't be able to see it. And I'm gonna try and draw kind of a pearl look for it. Oh, that's a real human being. uh, yeah. So something like this. So it should be more of a creamy pinkish color. And again, convert to smart object, and now I can put it anywhere I want. Oh, hi Kirani. Good, good. How are you? Thank you for coming by. They kind of look like pack balls. If you if you remember the energy pack balls from the Pac-Man animated series. But I'm gonna turn them into pearls. We are good, kiddos are up and we're busy, but it's been my favorite, so happy. Awesome. I love the mesh tool in Photoshop. There are not many things I like about Photoshop, but the mesh tool is definitely one of my favorite. Yeah, sure. So this is gonna be the Women's Day holiday special illustration. As you may remember, whenever there's a holiday, I post for my comic an illustration. Not for every event, but I try and post every time there's like a international holiday. I try and make a little illustration. Yeah, and this year I'm gonna do for Niels' mom and also kind of give some more backstory into his family. 'Cause I wrote all the backstory for him, but it's just not no room in for the current story to kind of show what his mom's doing, 'cause she's on the other side of the globe. And Niels' family has like this ancient creature they took possession of and are like harnessing it. And it's been around since humans were still living in caves, and it got locked up by another creature. But since humans are like sneakier and more intelligent now and they know how to do more stuff, they're kind of learning how to harness the creature, which is gonna go bad, obviously. And maybe remember from other discussions we had, like Niels's mom is from a super rich family. So now I'm gonna go into the lollipop tree and color it a bit more. And I'm using my grungy brush, which is just great. I edited the original a bit because you can do that in Photoshop and save it as a new brush. Yeah, you can read the Strange Encounters short stories, like it's set up in the same world as Niels, and that one kind of gives more information as to what is going on in the story. Because I didn't want to muddle up the main story, I just wanted to focus on Niels and his adventures, so I kind of started the Strange Encounter series to kind of give some more info there. Maybe less, like 20. There we go. And now that change translates to all the free trees because it is a smart object. I had a chance to talk to some teens about your comic today. Oh, nice. At the point I can focus more on supporting you. Oh, nice. That is so cute that you're like reaching out to younger people. Um, what I wanted to say. So when I was in high school, like you really didn't have any extra, you know, um, clubs. Like we had the newspaper club, but it was really lame. Like you don't really have clubs in high schools in Romania. So I always find it really nice in Japan how they had a whole bunch of clubs and things like that, where people can get together about stuff they like and have fun. So now I'm trying to draw a pearl, and it's a lot more tricky than I thought it would be. I kind of have to put some glitter on it somehow. My high school is better. We have loads of clubs. I've heard of other schools that don't have. Yeah, you have the robotics, which is really cool. That's really nice. I don't think we had any programming club. I don't remember. And even if they did, they never advertised, like they stayed secret or something like that. Okay, let's see. I have some glitter over here. Maybe I can use this. The ones who started anime clubs. Take care. Gonna push this button here to get the brushes, and I can go to shape where was it? I think, yeah, shape dynamics. And I rotated it. And I need to rotate it some more. Let's see. Yep, now it's okay. There we go. Looks more like a pearl now. And as you can see, I worked on one and now all the balls are shiny. And that's because I worked with smart objects, which is really nice. You can be really lazy. But since it's in the background and nobody's gonna really pay attention, yeah, it's a cool feature. Since nobody's gonna really pay attention, I can like repeat and copy paste something and also keep the editability for all of them. So if I want to change something because I changed my mind, all I have to do is change one and it's gonna change all of them. And I press the shift key to kind of give me a straight line. Now I want a bit of multiply. And I'll get my pen tablet again. I don't know if I want to give it too much detail, because unless I draw the line inside, it's just gonna look flat and weird. So what I'm gonna do is make another layer within this one, name it lines. I'm gonna reset what I have now. Again, full hardness on the brush, and kind of try and since my driver is broken again for whatever reason, I don't have any pressure sensitivity, I'm gonna do something like this. And I'm not liking the branches I'm making. I'm not very good at it, so I'm gonna look at how June did it. And I don't want to update. So she did something like this more. Well, to discuss more the coin thing. I want those to be tradable currencies. We're going to have to develop our system, but I'm going to start with creating a shop of local creator friends and products. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I really like the idea of the shop. Have you considered what to call the coins? Or they're just gonna be coins? I gotta turn off the shape dynamics. For whatever reason, it's not working well with Photoshop anymore. Okay, I saved it. Now all of them have lines, and now I'm gonna go underneath and kind of give it a bit of a shading. Yeah, that would be nice. Also, we have to not forget to talk about the logos. You wanted something from me, and it wasn't clear for me what that was. Karaoke contest. Oh, they're expanding into music. That's so nice. I've been like waiting for them to do other things than gaming, so I think that's really cool. Yeah. It's too bad because you have a great voice, and certain songs your voice is really good for, so you would have like a real chance to win. Usually I don't bother with contests online because I'm super busy, and if I'm not gonna win, not even like fourth place or something, then I don't really bother. I can't focus again. Game break time has passed. Okay. Hi, June. Yeah. Well, I can't stream on YouTube until the copyright strike is resolved. It's such a pain in the ass. To everyone. Why it's on YouTube too, so I got for a nonsense. It's like a really stupid copyright strike. So I'm streaming on YouTube. You're live on YouTube. How am I live on YouTube? Live. Okay, it seems I am. Live. Okay, it seems I am. now I could stream. Okay, this is so weird. Okay, pop out chat. Thanks, June, for telling me. I didn't realize that I was live on YouTube because they told me I can't stream. Come on, YouTube, make up your mind. Am I being punished or not? I don't think so. I'll have to look inside the back of the channel to see what's going on. That is so weird. I guess it's solved, although I kind of doubt it because on Restream it told me, it says this channel is not in good standing, streaming may be unavailable. So whatever. Ah, you watched from the beginning. I'm so sorry I didn't respond. I didn't think I was... Yeah, I think it's a glitch. Because I checked last night to see if the person responded to my counter notification. And it didn't seem like it was gonna get resolved anytime soon. But I didn't check this morning because as soon as I woke up, because I woke up too late, I started streaming. Yeah, I'm sorry about Cornelius because I just didn't answer to him. I didn't see him there. So I'm gonna have to talk to Cornelius on Discord and apologize for ignoring him. Makeup is all over the place. Ah, YouTube is weird. That's all I can say. Because I gave him like the Twitch link and he went to YouTube, which is kind of strange. Okay, gradient. And again, some screen. And it's kind of obvious it's the same tree, so I'm gonna do two of them and just kind of replace it. I didn't draw those branches very well, so I'm gonna still have some work to do on that. Why didn't you tell me I'm streaming on YouTube? You wrote in the chat, but you didn't tell me. No, I didn't know that I can, because on Restream it says I'm not allowed to stream because I'm not in good standing. And I'm streaming on YouTube, even though. Uh, you were watching it on YouTube all this time and you didn't tell me. Yeah, but I didn't see it. Like, why didn't you tell me, hey, reply to us? Because, like, well, my husband is the quality control, and, like, usually when on Saturdays, if my sound or video isn't good, he, like, tells me. But now, yeah, everything was good, and you thought I knew, and I didn't know. It is so weird. Like I hope YouTube doesn't get upset over this. Like they make a mistake and then I'm gonna get punished again because I streamed even though I'm not allowed to stream because there's an error. Yeah, I I'm not. I don't know if I can from my tablet. Yeah, I'll best do it after. Not waste time now. Weird. YouTube is weird. So I'm gonna give it a color overlay and I'm gonna choose kind of an orangish color. Copy layer style, paste layer style, boom, there it goes. This is such a cool feature. Now let's see if I have anything in styles that's any good for this. I don't think so. I have some golden textures, but they're really bad. Well, actually looks pretty good. Gonna go and let's see. Oh, there's not a pattern here? Like there has to be. Bevel and emboss. Is there a texture? Yep, there's a texture. Scale, scale, scale. Good. The contour I think is too much. Oh. That looks pretty nice. But it looks like it's going inside. Contour gloss. Oops. Which one was it? Cancel. Okay, so the texture, I'm gonna scale it until it fits and save that, because that I did well and I like how it looks. Oh. Why does it only work on the inside? maybe I won't do it. I will name this backup. And put it all the way back here where I can't see it. And now I'm gonna clear layer style. There we go. Color overlay. Yeah, actually, I would like that. Let's see how it looks. I have to save this. So I'm gonna remove the link between the mask and the layer. I think I need to do it something more like this. And I'm gonna have to draw some splash over there at some point. Oh, keep pressing on the wrong thing. So goes up a bit. Maybe I'll leave it for later. Not sure yet on the perspective, so I wouldn't draw the water. I'm just really bad at perspective, so you don't need to see me struggling. Okay, so I'll add the shading. Yeah, it doesn't like us. And we don't like it. Okay, bon appetit. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for telling me about YouTube, because I wouldn't have known. Oh. And I have, I think, the right shade for the sky. And another page here. That's really intense blue. Close this so I see what's going on. I should have a octagon pattern somewhere. Actually, I can do it myself, I think. Sides, okay. I don't want any fill. There we go. One. Yep. Yep, it is leveled. But it doesn't mesh well. Okay, I will use the one I already have. Should be somewhere here, somewhere. No, this is a backup. It was such a big project, I did a backup in case my main one died. So I should still have the pattern here somewhere. Backup hexagon pattern. Awesome. Yeah, the quality is so bad. Deal with myself. I think I can do it in Illustrator and put it in. Yeah, whatever. Sort of snapped. Okay. And I'm gonna group this so it's easier to move around. And I'm pressing the Alt key whenever I'm multiplying something. Smart object. I don't have a snap to grid anymore. I'll just continue doing it in Illustrator. Much easier. Snappity snap snap. Okay. Oh, hi, Merrick. Can you hear me okay? Oops. Hexagon pattern. Why isn't it rotated perfectly? I think the pool isn't. Yeah, the pool. Okay. For whatever reason, I didn't. There we go. Okay, I'll name this backup as well. Come on. Backups. And I'm gonna have to rasterize this one. In order to get the distortion. And I hope I'm doing it equally, because I can't really tell. More to the... okay. Which is the center of the page? Okay, I'm going to scooch this a bit. And it's not really the real center, so it's kind of confusing. Mhm. There we go, masked it, so should be okay now. Okay, and now I'm going to attempt to give it a bevel. Um, 90. I can't really see well what's going on, and it doesn't look good. Okay, outer bevel. Um, okay. Yep. More close to what I was intending. And I want chisel. Chisel soft for sure. Mhm. Yeah, definitely less. I guess I can add a texture. Yay! It's working sort of. Ha! That saved me a lot of time. Floor. Yep, looks pretty good. uh, the octagon here, and I'm gonna add a stroke on this one as well. Reset to okay, distort. I'm not sure how a hexagonal pool is supposed to look like, to be honest. Like, this is one more aligned. I think it's too much. 6. This is distorted on top of what I have. Yeah, undo. If I have enough undos, I hope. Okay. Just leave it a mystery. Where those lines are gonna go. But it's not really aligning here, and I have a bunch of little stubs. Fortunately, the dragon's hand is coming over, so like the octagonal pull on a hexagonal pattern, this is what you're gonna get. So if you ever think of doing this for your own home, think again. But there's something weird about it, like it's going through the center here, and so I feel like my pattern is something wrong with it. Like I need to skew it a bit. Okay, I've unlinked the mask, and now I'm gonna skew it. And it kind of made it worse. Oh, my brain is playing tricks on me. Because it seems like it's still aligned, but I feel like it isn't. So I'm gonna do another layer and call it lighting, and put a mask on it. And set it to screen. Hi Doms, how are you? I'm coloring a dragon. Good. Kinda trying to select all the little bits and pieces. I'm using a pen tablet. I just get more precision. Oh yeah, I wouldn't draw many things with a mouse. Like I do use it to fill in the color base, simply because I don't have much room on my desk. So I take out my tablet when I really have to. I actually had to put like a piece of wood on my desk to kind of increase the size of it. Shading. I'm gonna set this one to multiply. Do you have tablet specs posted anywhere? Yeah, they're usually on Picarto or on my blog, but it's the Wacom Intuos Pro medium size. and it's about 5 years old now. Like they have other um, tablet models now, but I haven't checked them out since. I'm very happy with mine. My first tablet I had was from Wacom as well, and it's 11 years old now, and my sister said it's still working. I'm not sure how much support you'll have for such an old tablet. The first one was a uh, Intuos 4, I think. At one of my workplaces, I had to work on an Intuos 3, which was too old. I wouldn't recommend bamboos either. But you know, it just depends on how much you want to work with a tablet. My sister lost the stylus from my tablet, so she bought another tablet for herself. She got a Huion, I'm not sure which model she got, but from what Huions I worked on from friends, I didn't wasn't too happy about them. So uh, for like basic stuff, I think Huion is like okay. Bamboos as well, but once you work like many hours on a with a tablet, you kind of start to notice. Yeah, how long have you had the Huyonada? It's a starter tablet for sure. No, I have to use the shape dynamics. I don't know what's using up my memory so much. It's probably Google Chrome. Have you used any other tablets, Ada? Like, if you want to carry it around, yeah. The one I had first was too big. Like, I wouldn't recommend the large size. Yeah, now I got the medium size, and I think the medium size is the best size. I wouldn't go for the small or big anymore. Oh, neat. Um, you're a streamer, right? Or are you also a graphic artist? I think if you want to put logos, if you want to make logos and things like that, you don't need a tablet. You can just use a vector program like Illustrator. So I'm using a mask here, just so that I can easily move my brush around and not have to worry about going outside of the border. Masks are awesome, like they're your best friend. Um, so I selected the color of I selected the color layer of the dragon, and I set that as a mask. Not sure if I can show you very well, because I don't know how to do the zoom in feature. So I did a print screen here so you can see I have a layer named lighting and one named shading. Welcome back, June. And I set the blending layers for these two layers to be lighting and multiply screen, sorry, and multiply, so that I can do the highlights and the shadows on top of the flat color of the dragon. So then it starts looking more 3D instead of just a flat color. So this is the base color, and then I added some lighting and now some shading. And because I have a mask, I can't go outside of the border. Yeah, Photoshop has a lot of features like these that are easy to go around in. Obviously, you can do this in Clip Studio Paint as well. Um, it's just that I find the layers and for example, here in Photoshop, in Photoshop, you have this auto select on, and you can switch between layer and group very easily. You can do this as well in Clip Studio Paint. You just gotta go to keyboard shortcuts and turn it, have a keyboard shortcut that you set, and I have to press a button to go between them and do the same thing. So I think that Photoshop is still more user friendly and more stupid proof and beginner proof, like if you don't know what you're doing and you're not very good at it. I drew on the mask, I think. Yeah, okay. Twitch doesn't work fine. Yeah, Twitch always has issues. That's always what has been annoying me about Twitch. I'm glad it's working on YouTube. Like, it's really weird. with more lighter color. Let's soften these shiny eyebrows. I kind of always get, yeah, I always kind of get the layers mixed up, so that's definitely something to be careful of when you're using layers. I always draw on the wrong layer and then I have to fix it, and it's pretty annoying. And another thing that I find annoying is on Photoshop, if you hit the undo button, um, it will like take you to the layer you last worked on. And so sometimes I will draw on the wrong layer because I pressed undo. And I'm glad that this feature is not in Clip Studio Paint because it's so annoying. On Clip Studio Paint, on whatever layer you chose to draw on, you will draw on that layer. You're not gonna draw on another layer. Photoshop, maybe here's add Photoshop. Make it simple, not easy. Yeah, I mean, it depends what your workflow is. Like, a lot of people prefer to paint in Photoshop. I've never liked painting in Photoshop that much. But I have this brush that I used for my comic book, and I kind of gave it this grunge feel on all the pages, so I'm kind of stuck to it because I wasn't able to transfer it to Clip Studio Paint. And also I have the speech bubbles. Making speech bubbles and arranging them is a bit of a pain, so I kind of make my speech bubbles in Illustrator, and then I arrange them in Photoshop, because it's not that easy to do it in Clip Studio Paint, and it's just a matter of saving time. Don't know if you saw that, but I was just talking about pressing undo and then drawing on the wrong layer. So it's kind of showing up as the wrong color I wanted because it was on the highlight. So I'm basically using kind of the same color for shading and lighting. Like, it's a very small difference between the two. But because the blending layers are a different mode, they show up as lighter or darker depending on which layer I'm working on. And here in this little corner, I'm gonna go rather dark, and then I'm gonna erase the extra. Don't press save and expect to draw at the same time if you're having a big file. Like Photoshop will eat a lot of your memory. I usually don't have these issues with Clip Studio Paint. I have them with Photoshop and PaintStorm. PaintStorm is also a really nice program if you want to do concept art. Is great for it, but it is not a beginner's program. Like I'm still struggling with PaintStorm. Trying to learn it. There's just too many buttons there and too many brushes, and I get mixed up in them, and I can't remember which was the brush I liked and wanted, and all sort of things like that. You do have a feature in PaintStorm that allows you to kind of save your favorite brushes, which I think is awesome, and I wished other programs like Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint had. I think maybe Clip Studio has it now, I'm not sure exactly. I saw something about brushes in their latest update. You have the what's it called, the Photoshop Elements, which is kind of for beginners, and I think it's a really good start. I started on Photoshop Elements because it came with my tablet, my first tablet. So that's how I got into Photoshop. With Photoshop, like half the buttons you don't need and you can manage around. It's easy. I would akin uh, PaintStorm to Maya, 3D Maya Autodesk. It has a lot of buttons and you need to know all of those buttons, so it's not like in Photoshop where you can still use the program if you use like 10% of the buttons, and you can still achieve what you want with 10% of the buttons. In PaintStorm and in Maya you can't really do that. You have to like learn them. What is that sound? Oh, I have helicopters over the house. Yeah, it was like the floor was moving from the helicopter noise. That's weird. So I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Because I'm super hungry. So usually I stream 2 hours Wednesdays and Saturdays from 1 p.m. Michigan USA time to 3, so it is 3 o'clock for me now. I started at 1 and I end at 3. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you found the tips and tricks useful. Sorry for those that I didn't see in the beginning on YouTube. I thought that I wasn't able to stream on YouTube, but it seems like I am. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this and it will be published on Tapastic on the 8th of March. You can read my comic book stories there. science fiction, slice of life. I have even a horror story there for those of you who are into horror stories. So, yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.